Hey everyone, it is Saturday, April 16th. The time right now is around 5 minutes to 5 p.m. and I am here in Dundas Square. And I think the temperature right now is around 7 degrees Celsius. And there's the intersection of Yonge and Dundas just up ahead here. And for this one, I'm going to take a walk heading west along Dundas. I'll pass through the Little Tokyo neighborhood and then into Chinatown, and then I think I'll walk north up Spadina up to the Annex. So it should finish off around Spadina Station. There's a look north up Yonge Street. There's the usual commotion going on at this corner of the intersection. There's never a shortage of buskers and preachers and that sort of thing. And that is the entrance to the Eaton Center there.
He is a God that cannot lie. He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. A God who, when he speaks, you understand that he is true.
So this is heading west along the south side of Dundas Street West. And it is the Easter long weekend. Well, being Saturday, I think pretty much everything is open today. Usually things just close on Good Friday and or Easter Sunday. And I think there's actually a parade tomorrow in the Beaches neighborhood, so I might head down that way. And I know it hasn't been that long, but it feels like quite a while since I've last done a downtown Toronto walk. And coming up is Bay and Dundas. And once I cross Bay, I'll be in an area that's been dubbed Little Tokyo. Although once upon a time it was the original downtown Chinatown. I'm actually going to walk by a restaurant that I'm going to later tonight, but it won't be this location. At least I'm hoping to go there. That's Gyubi. It's a really good all-you-can-eat Japanese grill. There's look north at Bay Street. So they have a location just to the west here. And another one up in the Annex, and that's the one I'm hoping to go to. There's a look south towards the financial district. And I say hoping, as they have more of a waitlist system than a reservation system, and my friend is taking care of that detail. So I've got my phone in hand just in case there's any updates as to where I'm going. There's a Denny's. I'm a rather big fan of that izakaya. That's Don Izakaya. That's a look at the backside of City Hall. There's the 505 Dundas streetcar. And this place here is quite good. That's the Kimchi House. And there is Gayugi. All things considered, it's actually a rather chilly day. It says 7. It shouldn't be that cold, but it's a rather cold wind blowing through. And I think this walk will be a little over 3 kilometers in total. I could have just rode the subway south. That would have gone down to Union and then looped it back up north. I think it would have been about 10 stops or so. Probably would have taken about 15 minutes. And this is University Avenue coming up. Hand-pulled noodles and Beijing crepe. Never even heard of that. There's a look towards the CN Tower. And just to the north of here is Queen's Park, the Provincial Legislative Assembly. Here's 52 Division of the Toronto Police. I've pointed it out before, but this area here has actually been earmarked to be turned into a public square. But for some reason it's blocked off to the public here. And this is St. Patrick's Street. And there's the church where the street gets its namesake. That's also where St. Patrick's Station draws its name, which I just walked past.
Yeah, it's like Krusty Krab chum bucket shit.
And coming up is McCall Street, and then I'll be walking alongside the Art Gallery of Ontario. And that institution has been around since 1900. And its current location has been renovated several times over the years. So here's McCall Street, and just to the south of here is the Ontario College of Art and Design. And there is the art gallery. And there's some smaller galleries across the street. And this large kind of submarine-esque addition was added, I think, between 2004 and 2008. That was designed by a Canadian, Frank Geary. And I think every Wednesday night from 6 to 9 p.m. admission to the gallery is free. And you can book that online. And I think one of the viewers of this channel has a photo currently on display in the art gallery. And here is Beverley Street. There's the Italian consulate. Okay. And we're entering Chinatown. I do not have a translation for that. And we're starting to see more American plates pop up in the city. So this will lead me to the main intersection here in downtown Chinatown at Spadina and Dundas.
Really far.
And this is Huron Street. It's actually been quite a while since I've eaten out here. There's Roll Jui restaurant. I wonder if that's related to Roll Stand. It's got a very similar sign. I think the last few times I walked through here, I was on the east side of Spadina, so maybe I'll cross over and we'll head north up the west side. So this is Spadina Avenue. There's the local institution. And if you saw the movie Turning Red, this is the neighborhood where that movie was primarily set in. Although it looked a little more San Francisco than Toronto in the movie. There are lanterns strung along Spadina. I don't think I've ever seen that here. There's the dumpling house. And the neighborhood just to the west of here is Kensington Market. I'm due to go back there and record a video soon. And the street will lead you into Kensington. I think really notice this, but there is a cat perched up on the chair there.
Have you seen that guy's like, will it blend?
And I just got a message from my friend. They're on their way to the subway. And their table should be ready in about 20 minutes. There's a look into Kensington Market. I was almost tempted to detour through there. Maybe I'll make that next Saturday's walk. And here is Nassau Street. I'm a fan of Krispy Kreme, I just can't bring myself to eat something so obviously unhealthy on a regular basis. It's interesting how that brand kind of exploded in Canada with some suburban locations that often experience very long lineups. And that fad died. I don't think there were any Krispy Kremes around for quite a while, and then they've kind of re-emerged. It's more of a local neighborhood coffee shop kind of place. I see this brand of e-bikes everywhere. Healthy Chinese food with fruits, nuts, and 10 grain. And here's the recently renovated and reopened El Macombo. And the Rolling Stones put on a rather legendary show there. I think that show's actually being released. And this is College Street. that video appears online, I'll be sure to check it out.
I've lost weight so far, apparently.
I've always liked this stretch of College Street between here and Bathurst. Has a lot of great little spots on it. And then once you cross Bathurst, you'll be in Little Italy. And coming up is the Silver Dollar Room. And that was a music venue. It closed back in 2017 along with the Waverley Hotel. And they did a brick by brick rebuilding of it as part of this Waverley condo that was built. And it said that the Silver Dollar Room was allegedly where James Earl Ray, who was apparently wanted for Martin Luther King's assassination, and that's where he was hanging out after that, apparently. And here is the Scott Mission, soon to be turned into what else but a condo. And across the street is the Daniels Building. So this part is known as Spadina Crescent. And that's currently serving as the home of the University of Toronto's Architecture School. You'll notice things have really thinned out in terms of pedestrian activity as we're entering more of a residential area. I think this is Lansdowne Public School. I'll get confirmation of that when we see the sign. There it is, Lord Lansdowne Public School. And this is Russell Street. So the streetcars wrap around either side of the Daniels Building here. There's a helicopter just rolling around up there. Pretty good lighting right now off of the Daniels Building. That's been extensively remodeled over the past few years. And everything on the left is part of a neighborhood known as Harvard Village. And on the right is mostly part of the University of Toronto St. George campus. There's someone riding their skateboard the wrong way up Spadina. Well, I guess that's better than being on the sidewalk. That is the Owen House Campus Co-op residence. A lot of these homes have a heritage designation. In fact, I think this entire block carries that designation. There's the Tompkins House. It's another campus co-op residence, as is this one. I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe if you know, fill me in the comments. There is the Ukrainian Museum of Canada. Discover over 5,000 artifacts in the heart of Toronto. It's also a student residence and cultural center. It's worth noting, outside of Russia and Ukraine itself, Canada does have the largest population of Ukrainians, or those of Ukrainian descent. There is the U of T grad house. That opened back in 2000. And it accommodates a little over 400 students. And this is Harvard Street, and this part here will take you through the heart of Harvard Village. An area I know some call the South Annex. I'm going to cross over and walk up the east side for this last part. It looks like there's a tuck shop in the corner of the grad house here. And this is Glenmore Street. here's where the streetcar dips below grade and heads into Spadina Station. And it'll turn around and head back south all the way down to Queens Quay and head over to Union Station. Daddy's Pasta and Salads. So along Bloor Street, just coming up, this area is known as the Annex. That property is part of the University of Toronto. I think they own a lot of old houses in this area. Just north of Bloor Street here is where you'll find Spadina Station, and Spadina Avenue here turns into Spadina Road. But I'll be turning right here, even though I would argue the more interesting part of the Annex is to the left. And one of my first ever walks on this channel started right here, and I recorded a walk all the way over to a house up north of Dufferin Street, or north of Bloor and Dufferin. That was a visit to the tiny house. Then I walked by a few other small houses, and I recorded that one as a hyperlapse. And this is heading east on the south side of Bloor Street West. And my destination is just up ahead, so my timing really couldn't have worked out much more perfect. Well, I guess it could have. I wanted to make two videos today, and I kind of just made the one. Oh well. There is UTS. I think that's the University of Toronto sponsored technical school. And here is Huron Street. And Gayubi, where I'm heading, is just in this apartment complex right here. There's a Korean-themed supermarket, Galleria.
Not at all.
All right, I am here. A little bit early, but not too early. I think we were 7th in line when the waiting list was confirmed, so that should go by quick. The front of the property is being renovated, so it's all kind of blocked off there. And on the right is the Badashi Museum.
Those are the ones that you want, like, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And look at that lighting. This would be a great time to keep heading east along Bloor Street with that backdrop. But it's not meant to be. I'm going to finish this here, so I hope you enjoyed this one. Starting at Dundas Square in downtown. And heading west along Dundas Street West over to Spadina through Chinatown. Then north up to the Annex neighborhood. And east over to here at St. George and Bloor Street West. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, here's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. And I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's also a link to PayPal. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.